Right. Oh, I didn't look very happy there, did I? Looked quite frickin' miserable, actually. Right. And I'm not. I'm quite happy. I usually can be in my feels in a Cancer moon. So happy Cancer moon to you. Well, Michelle, remember I said I was looking out for when I keep thinking you're the 18th, but I know that you're the 19th. So I was looking out for when it got to 5/19. So we're one away from that. So welcome if you're new. And hello if you're a hashtag all day. So on the Tuesdays, I used to do mini taster Tuesday I'm in a calm vibe, so I'd quite like to stay in that. Sorry I'm late, by the way. What can I say? I've been on time the last couple of weeks that I've done this, haven't I? But I always forget my cards in back. But yeah, I forgot that I hadn't done the shorts. So I was like, oh yeah, so sorry, that's why I'm late basically. And it's funny, although they're only a minute, it is a bit time consuming. So I'm a bit kind of like, anyway, I'm not in any hurry. I don't want to be ages and ages. I've got the clock. I mean, I'm not even going to say a time. Let's not say a time. There's not, massive rush. So yeah, I'm going to put what I put earlier on the thing. But generally, if you're one of the regulars, you can get a free card. If you want more than that, like 3 cards or 6 cards, and I'm saying 3 or 6 cards, you all know if I feel guided, doing what I will, but I want to try and get strict with that. It's disciplined. But yeah, if you're brand new or if you've been subscribed for ages and you haven't spoke, which is quite a lot of people, speak now or don't forever hold your peace. But if you speak up, then I'll give you free cards. But I'm quite good at noting, I will remember, so don't fucking try your luck every time. I don't think anyone would do that with me, but yeah, what else? Right, so let me find the deets. They're here. So don't know if that will all fit, but we'll find out. Right. I can't see anyone's here right now, so oh no, it doesn't fit. Because I've got spaces, I think if I take, sorry, this is a bit boring if you're on the replay, but hey, it is what it is. If you're, yeah, does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I was like, I took words out, so why is it not letting me pin it? Oh, fuck off. Come on, let me, oh, the wee heart things in the way, there we go. Right, working out, okay. Oh, I think it's taken out the bit where it says 6 cards. That's, why the fuck is it? Oh my god. Or has it? Why can't I see 3 cards and then, oh great, oh wait a minute, sorry, this would be quite funny to, no it doesn't, why does it not have 6 cards? That's really weird. I can see it there. Oh. I'm just gonna, if you've not got patience, that's fine. Let's just do that and then appear live. Let's see if it does that again. It's fucking done it again. Oh, I don't fucking know. It's doing my tits in and I'm fucking liking my own thing and everything. I just sent myself a heart. This is hilarious. It won't let me delete it. Perfectionist side is not liking this. No, I don't fucking know. Let's just crack on with it, right? Can I delete it from here? Oh, yes, I can. Remove. It's a bit stressful. Right, I did deserve to. I don't know whether I like my own video, though. I did deserve a like for that shit. Right, so let's do a collective message because nobody's here right now. So the affirmation for today is, I know that I do not have to earn love. I'm lovable because I exist. My nose is very itchy. That's usually when the loved ones of spirit are coming in. Right, can I just say, I've channeled a few messages today. And remember, I don't always release them. Oh, new love. I don't always, I don't know why that's still sitting there. What was I going to say? I don't always release the videos the same day I do them because they're timeless anyway, and and sometimes it just for whatever reason doesn't feel right. But so anyway, so we'll just see. But that new love, I did just say in that one I just done before I came on here, it was Mercury retrograde isn't typically a time you want to get into new love, because especially with somebody brand new, because you might think they're the best thing since sliced bread, all that kind of thing, and then as soon as Mercury goes direct again, you'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Or the person might think that about you. So, it's you're not thinking the way you usually would. So just be mindful of that and slow down and take things slow. Again, Mercury retrograde, if you've got it natally, I feel it can be a little bit different. Like I tend to find things go better in every area of my life, really. But I'm being humble when I say that, because the last few Mercury retrogrades, definitely the one I always refer back to, the one roughly 6 months ago, well, the one that was around September was the worst I've ever had in my life. So well, hopefully this one's better for me, because I actually am Mercury retrograde in Taurus, where it is. And that's why I can help people with practical solutions, which is kind of weird. I can help people find practical solutions to things that they're tearing their head out. And by the way, actually, but that means with money as well. So that's the kind of thing that's quite interesting about me is, like I've got an interesting roller coaster relationship with money and look at it very different from a lot of people. But yeah, that's been known over the whole time I've been doing this, years and years and years and years. That because I was remembering another night there that was way back before. Well, I was going to say before I was doing this, but this was like on Facebook before I started live streaming on there, because sometimes this feels like I'm on Facebook, but it's like not, because I don't like that platform, but you mean because I'm live streaming. But yeah, long story short, I remember it was actually a free call I done with that woman, and I channeled a family member in spirit, and whatever it was I said to help her get over her fear of where she was stopping herself in her business, she got back to me a while later and was like, she just landed, like, it was something crazy, like a $10,000 contract. I think it was more than that, by the way. It was like it was a lot of money, and she contributed it to what we'd done in that session. So I'm just saying, it's like it's an interesting, frustrating part when it's like, yeah, but it makes sense because Taurus is money, and I look at things differently from most people. And so where you're stuck with things like that, I'm probably going to be, and it's not just wherever you can't find a practical solution to your problem, I'm going to find it for you by helping listen to you, and you'll come up with your own answer. It depends on what we're talking about here. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. But so if it's people coming back from the past, but it's new, that's different, because it's like Mercury retrograde unearths things from the past and it brings closure. So sometimes it can be bringing closure to something and you move on in your separate directions, if it's love or friendships, resolving something, moving on, giving someone the closure, or yeah, whatever. So I think that's why that was sitting there. But yeah, so that's not what I was going to say. The vibe I picked on today was, it was so fucking weird. Like I get the downloads and I'm walking about, and I was just really chill. And I'd forgot that I wanted to film the shorts today, like remembered right before this. So again, all very Mercury retrograde stuff. Remember, everything I'm saying about me is going to have meaning for other people. So, but it's all good. It's fine. So there's a theme about things not going to plan and it not being the end of the world. That's in my case. But that could obviously be with more serious things in your life. I definitely feel that'll be the case for some. And Yeah, but I was getting all this stuff. I was getting like told stuff, and then I was picking up cards, and it was before I started the pre-recorded videos. It was this theme of people leaving karmic situations, and then like when I'd started doing the reading, I was saying like in that last one I just done, I was picking up on cheating stuff, and then the card spoke about cheating in third parties. Like quite a few did. So again, I'm not laughing at that. Sorry if you've cheated on, but it was more sorry if you've been cheated on, but it was more the vibe of like sort of karma coming back around. Oh, anyway, you'll see it when I release it, but it'll be. I don't imagine that theme will come up tonight because I'm not going to use those cards. But let's just for shits and giggles, as they say, let's just shuffle those ones that I was using on the thing and see if it comes up again before I've got people to talk to. Come on, people. Does nobody want a free card? If it's going to be a quiet night, then that's fine. Yeah, while there's nobody here right now, what kind of is going on? What is the energy around? What can I ask? Oh, wait a minute, let's do that. Oh, we bother doing that? That takes ages. Let's just be different. I like to try different. Let's just go for somebody out there. What is your subconscious block right now on your twin flame journey? So whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. Oh, that card. And then we've got gossip on the other side. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. We've got innocent and we've got gossip. Pure heart, in the right place, naive, childlike, pure intentions, inexperienced, mean well, you can trust them. It's going to mean something to someone. So again, there might be a bit of a subconscious block about not being able to trust someone. But you actually can, is what I'm getting. And then with that being on the bottom, gossip, betrayal, backstabbing, nosy, sabotage, jealousy, interference, deception, lies again. Sorry, I'm not laughing at the content because it's because we're getting close to that Scorpio full moon, the eclipse, on the 5th of May. But it's like all that will be unearthed, and it's kind of like it's basically like a feeling of someone has had people like this around them, therefore it's like, well, it's becoming like the 5 people you spend the most time around, but this could be like becoming like the 10 people you spend time around. But anyway, that's quite a similar energy to what I've been picking up on today. So this is now the 3rd reading that I've done, collective one, and it's just this energy of betrayal, cheating, deception, lies, all that lovely stuff. For real. But like it's someone hasn't met it's like this hasn't been meant. It's like learned behaviour. Oh God, this is a bit juicy. Right, have we not got any talkers yet? Come on, guys. And like the video on the way in, please. Right, so that was someone's subconscious block. What's something that they're consciously aware of? Love. This love card and on different decks has been coming out all day. Unconditional love and relationship, self-love, respect, nurturing, compassion, empathy, happy relationships. So it's like subconsciously someone has ran. So it feels like a divine masculine energy, regardless of gender I'm picking up on, like ran from healthy stuff because of fear of betrayal. But obviously I feel it's like literally because it has actually happened, but it's because it's like the kind of karmic loop that you're stuck on, or this person is stuck in. But consciously wanting wanting real love and wanting a happy relationship. This is the exact same energy of what I just finished the recording on. Right. Let's just use the same deck of cards. Right, so what's this person going to do about it then? If anything. We keep it real and raw around here. There's a mixed bag in this deck. Not very much right now. And look, the picture on this card. Oh God, yeah. The picture on this card kind of makes me laugh. Look, insecure. But anxious, low self-esteem, poor self-image, nervous, not feeling good enough, mind games. So this person will not be taking action towards you if you're the twin, or you won't be towards the twin. And again, yeah, it's because they've been betrayed. Deception, lies, heartbreak, stabbed in the back, separation, breakup, cheating, third party. Like, hello, thanks for backing me up. That's what I've been picking up on all day. It really is the one that I picked up on. It's like someone has been cheated on, but they have been a cheater in the past, whether it's to the same person, people, or just in general. And it could just be cheated on by life. It doesn't need to be in love. But this is a theme I'm picking up on today. So yeah, no, if this is you, your twin will not be taking action to you anytime soon in the physical, because they're healing this cycle. Okay, that's a bit grim. Right, let's pick on let's see if we can pick up on a fuck no, we really are in a Cancer moon. Let's see if we can pick up on a cheerier one, but it is what it is. So someone else is, oh, I like this. See, this is what can be, like, I love when people are here, but this is what can be quite good when I'm in the quieter part of my chart, as I like to say. I don't usually say it like that, but that's what I'm saying. And like I can just sort of zone out and do this stuff. But right, so same thing, right? Where's somebody's subconscious block right now? Somebody watching this. And you can let me know in the comments. If you're not shy, you can let me know in the comments if that was speaking to you. Subconscious block for someone is, oh God, begging you. I don't know the rest of the words. Wanting you back, regretful, apologising, wanting a second chance, desperation, needing you, life or death, needy. Hello, Nathan. How are you doing? I'm just sort of, I'm feeling in. I was just doing some random people's, that are not here, but that are going to watch at some point while I was on my own. Yeah, so somebody's subconscious block is, well, basically, I feel it stems from childhood, like this kind of needy feeling like that. It feels like maybe someone with like an anxious attachment, or like, like avoidant attachment style, like you had to beg for someone's attention. So it's like that's blocking you now. Again, if that's speaking to you, you'd be good to, book a session and we could do some hypnotherapy to find out what that's all. I mean, really, I would say have actual counselling therapy, longer term support, to help with that. But if you could ask the question in hypnosis as well. Right. What is the conscious block for this person? Yeah, because it's like, if that's resonating with you, it's like, I don't think you're not aware of it. That it's like you feel like you have to desperately cling on to people because it's something, a childhood wound, right? Fucking it all. Cancer moon right now is family and trauma and things like that. So I'll pick up on stuff like that. Right, what is the conscious wound? Fuck me, ascension symptoms anyway. I'll take it, you're feeling it. Remember, it's because you're Cancer sun. You never like Cancer moon. We know this. And not very often I don't like it either, but I'm all right today so far. I've not cried or anything, but listen, I love it when I cry. Crying's clearing, but I've not cried today. I'm really quite peaceful. But by the end of the week, if someone tells me that's probably not going to be the case. So we'll just live in the moment and be happy for the now. Cheers. By the way, do you know the funniest thing as well? I've had coffee and tea today, right? That's not a newsflash. I mix it up, If you want to know my actual routine, I have a coffee in the morning before I go for a coffee outside. Make that make sense. I don't usually say that saying. Maybe somebody says that saying, make that make sense. But I do. It's like I have to. And not for the caffeine, because I don't believe the caffeine affects me. Sometimes I can have a coffee right before I go to my bed and I can go to sleep. But that's how powerful my mind is, by the way. So make sure you've not been, kind of brainwashed into that whole sort of these things, because it doesn't apply to me. But I'm talking shite. But the thing is it will have meaning. I've just noticed I've got the birds and the bees on my coffee and my tea mug, because I've got a robin on the tea mug and I've been using the bee mug for the coffee. So I was like, oh, the birds and the bees. So there's something about shagging, basically. And well, I've been picking up on things to do with cheating. So yeah, you know what I mean? So this is interesting. Oh, it's going to be an interesting one tonight. Seriously. This is what I've been picking up on. Be careful what you wish for. I'm asking to pick up on all different sorts of storylines, and I've fucking let me tell you, I am. Like just randomly pottering about my house doing the dishes. I'm like, what the doing the dishes? That was a lie. I've got a dishwasher. But I do the, I do the yeah, I do some dishes that are not it's only ones that I can't put in the dishwasher. Anyway, birds and the bees, true story. Something about the birds and the bees. Right, so we'll see how that fits in. Well, I can't wait. I should have the full payment for you, Claire, sometime tomorrow. Thank you, Nathan. I look forward to that session. My head is totally fug. Oh dear. I know I don't like the moon, but I'm in bad shape. Oh, right. Well, hopefully we can hear you. Again, that is why I'm here. And it's probably why I was confused that I'm in good spirits. Because again, I'll tell you my whole fucking life story, guys. But again, like I said, it's like, there's definite things that could put me in a dark place. And I'm feeling good. I know I don't like the, oh yeah, I read that bit. Oh wow, Nathan, the sessions are so much more powerful. You'll love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nips. Yeah, but I'm here to uplift you guys. So let's see what we can do. Even if it's by tapping into other people's drama. Because like I said, I've filmed a long video today. What was the whole thing with that? Oh no, it was, yeah, the long video. There was definite something about it's like someone's twin flame connection being started up before something has been closed out. So there was that. And then, oh, thank you. I'm very 80s vibe tonight. This is actually a jumper dress, but it's like I hadn't worn it yet. Every time I've tried it on, I've thought, nah. So I wore it because it's chilly here. It was meant to be colder, but to be honest, I didn't go outside. But yeah, I wanted to wear it before it gets too hot. Archangel Michael vibes and all that. Yeah, so there's that one, and then the other one I done like left a few hours. It was a similar vibe. There's a cheating vibe. There's like it's like a player being played. That is the, I don't know if that's a song or something, but there's something it doesn't need to be in romance, because it can be like wherever you've cheated somewhere and like you're being cheated. I don't know. It's something along this right. Okay. Where was I actually? I forgot where I was with. I forgot. Sorry, whoever was connected with that. I forgot where I was. What did I pull out? Yeah, I've said something about someone's childhood wounds, right? Consciously, I don't know if I've done that yet. Consciously, they know. Oh my God, it's the same card. So right, okay, so perhaps whoever I'm picking up on with this, maybe you've already sought some kind of help like what I offer. Maybe you got it from me, I don't know, or something else. But it's like I've pulled out the same card out all of them, begging again, wanting you back, regretful, apologising, wanting a second chance, desperation, needing you, life or death, needy. So it's like this kind of feeling of someone has managed to bring what is sabotaging them to their conscious awareness. Again, it just feels like the vibe I've been picking up on for me. It's someone having a spiritual awakening. Right, what's this person going to do in the physical, if anything? Because the last one I picked up on was not doing anything because they weren't in a place to. So can I just say a lot of the messages might be a bit doom and gloom tonight, because Cancer moon energy can be like that. It's very loving, mother and nurturing. So come and get the love from Mama Wolf. But it is, yeah, it's sadness, it's depression, it's trauma. It could be all the stuff I pick up on tonight. Right. Let's hope it's not all that, but I'll make you laugh if it is somehow. This person is going to do roller coaster, maybe nothing, because highs and lows, addictive relationship, pleasure and pain, hot and cold, emotionally unavailable, non-committal. This has come out so much today when I've been doing other videos. And it also is the emoji that I use for Mercury retrograde. So again, it's like, yeah, someone's in this desperate energy because that's what they've been used to. It's like I'm getting this feeling of whoever's connecting with this, it's like you've only been used to relationships where it is hot or cold, like it's really hot and fiery, or it's like someone's toying with your emotions and you're having to like walk on eggshells or beg them for, it's basically it's toxic as fuck. So yeah. So yeah, someone but I feel whoever that's for, I need to connect with a wee bit more information. I think it's based around, I went with one of those questions about what's the karmic lesson here, and that's why things have come up about someone's karmic lesson is around, well, I suppose it's whatever do unto others as you do, like it's karma, like basically things are happening to you that you've done to others. So I'm definitely tapping into some of the folks' shadow sides out there, which is fine. We've all got it. We've all got it. Yeah, angelic assistance, divine guidance, love and support. And it does feel like the Cancer energy that I just said. And by the way, when you're on here, this is angelic love and support. It's like you have to forgive yourself and you're already forgiven. And I feel this person, if that is connecting you, or this could actually be one of your twins, it's whatever it is, it's kind of like you've become aware of something that you're not proud of. Soul radiance, phoenix rising, yeah. And it's like you can become the phoenix rising again after a dark time. Adjustment. Oh, look at this. I love this deck, but I've not used it for months, maybe even like 6 months or something. I don't know, it feels like ages. Adjustment, looking back, moving forward. What's today's date? Oh, so something could be significant about yesterday. Oh, and then it's funny because it says looking back, moving forward. So even looking back to yesterday, but it's like you're looking back at the past and you're reflecting on what has brought you to this point. And I feel it's some things you're not proud of, and I'm transmuting, burping the energy up now. But now you want to move forward. So we're proud of you, whoever that person is. Right. We do free, just because like things in freeze, but not third parties, of course. that was funny, Spit. Right, okay, so somebody's wait a minute, did I read the rest of the comments? Jeepers, I know it is really long, isn't it? I'm really I'm so overdue, beating up with one of my best pals that cuts my hair, but I don't even think she's doing that anymore. I'll need to ask her. But she's the only person I trust to cut my hair, so I'm kind of but I love curling it. I was going to curl it today, but it's quite a lot of effort, and it doesn't really matter that I didn't go outside. I wouldn't have done it if I'm only going down the beach, but it's kind of like I've kind of got a routine, do you know what I mean? Straight hair, a couple of days, dry shampoo, and then, but yeah, I think I'll keep it long for a wee bit longer so I can curl it. So expect the definitive curls towards the end of the week, if I could be arsed. Or, but because I also do, I'm just crushing on my hair right now, because I do like my natural curls too, but it just depends on the vibe. Do you know what I mean? I wore a wool poncho today. It was so chilly. Oh, nice. Love it. I'm so pumped my twin agreed to me using her PayPal. Also, Claire, I sent you an email requesting. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Sorry. I actually read that and then I forgot to reply. Sorry. Yeah. So can, Nathan, don't be putting all your private shit on the chat. But you can do what you want, but seriously, tell me some of this stuff in private. But because Nathan has put that in private, can I just address this? That I did say to him that I've had weird instances, and especially Mercury retrograde, where someone who's used somebody's PayPal, like obviously all kosher, is the word kosher, so the example I'm thinking of is I think maybe her friend didn't have PayPal. So it was like the person that that had stuff with me quite a lot paid for her session through her PayPal. And the thing that happened, so I did full disclosure, I did say this to you, Nathan, didn't I? So we'll see. That woman that paid for the other woman's session, literally her stuff just kept coming into the session. Now, sometimes that is because, there's some kind of, and I think in that case, actually, it was that, there was something I was helping both people with. But it was it really was like the other's energy was really quite dominant and overtaken. And again, I feel it's something again, you might think this is crazy, but it's true. It's something like it confuses all the guides about whose session it actually is. So I'll just really kind of make it clear and yours, again, it'll be a test. But I think with that case, I don't know, that's just going to be interesting. I've never had that before. So that'll be interesting, but I don't think it really matter because that's what you want to talk about anyway. That's what you want healing for. And like you say, when you're healing yourself, you're healing your twin anyway. But it's funny, like with that, it wasn't two twin flames, it was two friends. But it makes sense to me that it's like, it's something about your own energy. So that's how real energy is, that just because someone had paid for it with their, like, because she'd given her the money and then she paid through her account, but it was like her energy kept like being in the session. So weird, every moment is a teaching moment. That's an annoying thing about these things, right? I better not do that too much. And I couldn't find a strapless bra, so I just kind of put the straps. We've all done it before, ladies. And I've got loads of strapless bras. They're just really uncomfy, aren't they? Right, anyway, so let's do one more of these. A subconscious block or desire for a divine feminine or a divine masculine. And then who would like a card? Nix and Nathan, you are the only ones chatting right now. Would you like a card? Right, so somebody's subconscious block or desire for twice. In their shell, slow moving, clammed up, silent, slow and steady, withdrawn, introvert, shy, insecure, and wise. So I feel there is something here about, and they're pulling me the word children. Yeah, so it's like whoever I'm picking up on, I'm going to not look at the chat just now, but whoever I'm picking up on right now, it's like when it comes to talking about your real feelings, you revert back to childhood where I feel you were very shy. I mean, I could resonate with that. That was definitely me as a child. Until I was in my comfort zone. If I was with people that I know, loved and trusted, I would be a wee chatterbox, but just really a bit kind of like now, to be honest. It's still like that. Well, I suppose, but I mean, it's the weird fucked up about that I do this here, but anyway, fucked up cool thing. Yeah, that's what somebody's block is so what's the conscious, what's in their conscious mind? Oh, well, that's nice. Love. Oh, Christ. And there's a roller coaster card again. It's like, fucking hell, love potion, head over heels, fallen in love, infatuation, obsession, hooked, irresistible, manipulation, captivated. I never know why I should put manipulation on it. Again, I do too, because it's kind of like what I say about, oh, that's interesting. I do say that about the shadow side of Cancer and Pisces energy is, you could be prone to you being manipulated or you could be doing the manipulating, but it's kind of like for this, in this instance, I don't feel it's that. It's like basically somebody's block is shyness, really, or being introverted when it just comes to you, because I can think of many twin flames that I've helped where your twin might be the most extrovert or really not shy with others, but when it comes to you, completely clam up. That's really common. But yeah, consciously, it's like they know, oh God, and I start stuttering and I don't stutter, so that means something too. It's like they know how strong their feelings are for you, or you know how strong your feelings are for your twin, whoever I'm talking to. You're head over heels, but it's like it gets stuck at the throat chakra and you can't articulate it. So I'm kind of blown away with it. Like that's what I'd done earlier in another video. I was talking about something to do with cheating, and then the card came out. I mean, I'm not blown away at that because I'm just channeling the info, and I really strongly felt that, and that's exactly what I felt when that other card came out. Right, okay, so what is this person going to do about it? Because they might, have been working on that and overcome it, but so far the vibe is like all these people that I picked up on are really quite stuck right now. They're just in that part of their journey. Innocent, yeah, again, that's that card again. It's like, see the innocence in this person, and they're pulling me the word children again. It's whoever this is working through their childhood wounds, basically. Like, why can't I just express myself, even when I feel I can trust this person? That's what I'm hearing somebody say to themselves. Pure heart in the right place, naive, childlike, pure intentions, inexperienced, mean well, you can trust them. And that's the biggest part here, that Sorry, my nose is really itchy now. But again, I feel with my nose being that itchy, I feel it's like somebody's granny energy around me, like it's trying to help them. So again, it could even be like it could even be that you had a real strong bond with your granny. You maybe called them granny for me to be saying that. And like, so she's really aware in the spirit world of how shy you actually were. And like, so it's like whatever mask or facade that you put on to others, it's basically somebody that sees what's really behind all of that. Oh, this is really deep, isn't it? Oh, yeah, and then engagement, getting engaged, deeper commitment, marriage proposal, the next phase in a relationship. Now, I pulled that in the one year earlier too. It can be literal, but it's just about a union. It's like somebody wants it all with you, or you want it all with someone, but it's like all just too much to there's too much, like, this is crazy desire. It's like it's just all too much. That's what I need to tap out of this, because it's like it's just very overwhelming. So this person just shuts down. Fantasizing about your passionate obsession, lust, wanting to make love. We don't like that term. I went like that when I was doing the recorded one earlier. Intense sexual chemistry again, but it's like toppling. That's what I'm feeling, because you're their twin flame, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's what I love about cutting the deck. Yeah, it's a definite twin flame connection, as it often is around here, unless we're tapping into your karmic stuff. An infinite soul bond, union, unconditional love, intense soul lessons, triggering, becoming one. And it's just somebody's being slow as fuck about it, right? They're just learning their lessons, they're taking their time. But again, to be serious, it's like clammed up. Oh, look, crossroads, need to make a decision, unsure, dilemma, third party, love, vs fear, burying the head in the sand. So somebody's burying their head in the sand. They could be burying their head in the sand in a third party situation, but all the while feeling like that about someone. That's really specific, but that must be the case. And actually kind of in line with what I picked up on earlier. Right, okay, let's tap out of that. That was all quite intense. So let's do some personal cards. Then I'll do some collective, and then I'll go. So I could still be sitting here hours later, but we'll just see. Right, so just clear that energy and sending love and prayers to those situations. Because most of the people I've picked up on there were really all quite stuck, and that's fine. We've all been stuck at some point, and it is Mercury retrograde. It does tend to make us a bit stuck in the mud. But like I said, unless if you've got natal Mercury retrograde, some kind of magic might happen where you can move forward. Right. Let's pull one of these ones. Right, so what does Nathan need to know? So I'm just one card for Nathan that's going to help him. If I pull one of the boring ones, right, which I know what my boring ones are, I will pull another one and I'll look at the bottom. But other than that, I'll just try to be disciplined. What does Nathan need to know right now? I'm being drawn to my mug over there that says love every side of you. So I feel before I even pulled the card, there is a vulnerability card in here. So just saying it in case it comes out, but there could be something about here like love every side of you, like integrating more of the sides about you that you don't love. Like having more acceptance and forgiveness, like shadow work. Which again, Nathan isn't shy to having that Chiron and Scorpio, but something about that. Oh, it's that card again. Interesting. So this one came up. This is why I think they made me use this deck, because this came up in the Mediumship Monday last night. Stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. So can't remember what I said last night, but if you haven't watched that, you might want to watch it. But there is this general theme about needing to stand up and for yourself wherever you maybe didn't in the past. But again, I kind of feel as well like it's something around. So again, I'm wondering if this is maybe something around you and your twin flame, where you might have backed down and let them get their own way. Something along the lines of, when you're kind of like, right, I know they're being a bit of a dick right now is how I would put it. But I'll just, I'll take it on the chin because I can handle it. And it's kind of like not to do that. So wherever that's going to resonate, and I guess it'll be to be continued in the session. It's just about maintaining your boundaries with everyone, including your twin. Right. What does Nick need to know? So I hope that made sense to Nathan. Right. What does Nick need to know? Oh, Nick's actually jumped out. Dream talk. Your subconscious is constantly and subtly speaking to you through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, and messages and more. So, yeah, I don't know if you've already had some kind of weird dream activity, but if not, look out for that over the next couple of days. Or, just the usual, what I'd say, like, sign synchronicities lead it. But I feel it's going to be something quite wow, It's something, and again, they're pulling me to follow your heart. It will always know where to lead you. I feel it's going to be like some kind of wow, unexplainable. It's something like they keep showing me when I saw that written on the wall in my friend's house as well. And that, again, it was like, I wasn't surprised, but it was quite wow because it was that happened. And I specifically asked to see another word that day. And I literally seen that word as soon as I walked in. So, it's something like that where it's like, and it was, really quick. And, it was undeniable that if you asked to see a certain word and then you see that word that quick, it was something like that. So it might not be a word, but it's like an answer's going to come through a dream. Could even be like guidance. It could even be like when you're listening to one of my journeys or something like that, where it's like you get a loved one in spirit. Because again, if you're new, that is the thing, that the loved ones in spirit, they access you easier in my journeys because of me being a channel to the spirit world as well, like being a medium. It's people say that all the time, like, why, how is it they only come to me in your stuff? But it's because that's what I'm here to be a bridge for. And then it might naturally happen to you in other people's meditations and just moments of stillness, but it happens really easily. If that's never happened to you, watch one of my journeys and set an intention to hear from a loved one in spirit, and it happens. Right, okay, so hopefully that those meant something to you. And remember, the messages for other people can make sense to others as well. Right, okay, so I'm going to use this deck to do a collective message. So this might use more. Oh, and it's a sad card from that one. Oh, and it's I'm like, oh, this is in line with the things I've just channeled. Oh, the other ones, like the childhood wounds and everything, it is very Cancer moon. And like I said, they do tend to go the moons to me because that's how my soul works. And I always do tend to mention the sad side of Cancer moon rather than the happy, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, look, soulmates. So we've got, someone's feeling out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles, abandoned kind of energy. And that was a big sigh. And it's about a twin flame connection, soulmates. Right, okay, we'll need to read them both. I always think when I pick up this deck that the soulmate card's going to come out because I don't use it all the time, but it's good because it covers quite a lot of avenues. So again, I didn't specify there, did I? But I'm wondering if like that's divine masculine and that's divine feminine. I feel that is that, but it'll resonate wherever it needs to resonate because I didn't say, but regenerations on the back. Oh my God, look at this. I'll read the book in a minute, but we've got orphaned, soulmates, which I take that as a twin flame card in that deck. Regeneration, somebody's going through a rebirth process. Waking up, which takes horrible things happening to you to wake up to what really matters. Unfinished symphony, something that was never closed, maybe never even opened properly, whatever that means, but it's kind of like, it's something's unfinished and the rest is still unwritten. Between worlds, that somebody's in between the old earth and the new earth, your old life and your new life, not feeling blessed because that's in reverse. And I feel it's to do with a karmic power, all that glitters is not gold moment. not really feeling so courageous to come forward at this time. I mean, this, right, I'm going to put them back, but this is fitting with what I just picked up on. But I suppose it's this kind of vibe of just because someone's not coming forward, it doesn't mean they don't love you or that they don't want to. I'm getting this feeling it's like they're very much in the middle of the dark time. Okay, this is cheery, isn't it? But it's real life, right? Okay, so got a sense of humour about this shit, guys. Right, so it wasn't until last year or so I didn't have any boundaries in my twin. I felt like somehow that was wrong, but I now hold space and do not tolerate karmic lash outs and forgive her with compassion. Glad to hear it. You can tell me more of that on the Zoom, but yeah, it's not like I said. That's quite interesting. That's like a lot of the stuff I've. That's actually very like the stuff actually that's come through in both of those regions, I would say. I mean, some of it was quite dark, but it's just a lot. It just seems like the last few things I've done, I have been sort of really, they've been getting me to home in on that, you know, there's a difference between karmic partners and twin flames, but when twin flames, you included, you are still operating from distorted energy or like, you know, karmic patterns, behaviors that you're not showing up as the highest version of yourself, like whatever you want to put it. Yeah, if you tolerate that, then you know, it's well, what you continue will tolerate. Soz fam, and we're sick, some kind of purge. What do you mean? Is that right now you were? God. I feel it's this eclipse energy. It's pretty heavy. Right, I'm sending you love. Breathe. Breathe. Get the crystals that ground you. Changing the wind. I've just opened the book up at right. Okay, 5. Orphaned. Right. So whether you're divine feminine, divine masculine, just listen up. But a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, spiritual awakening stuff. Oh my God. Have you got any sage or anything? I mean, I'll light it again, but Jesus. Drink water, lie down. I mean, yeah, take care though. The need to belong, uncertainty about your place. So again, spiritual awakening stuff. That's horrible, but I hate being sick. It's like I've got a real phobia about it. That's what I'm not even kidding. That's one of the main reasons why I stopped drinking. Like I just couldn't, like when I don't know why I'm talking about this might be relevant to someone. See how I've just that's led me to start talking about drinking. It could even be that someone's karmic habit is drinking, you know. It doesn't need to be alcoholic, but it could just be when you drink you're a different person or something like that. But it's like that was the case for me, like, and not so much in the case that, like, I just mean like it was, well, obviously, like, you know, when you drink too much, things can just go all kinds of wrong as well. But sometimes I just don't go night. I more just mean it was the next day, because I'm a healer and I transmute energy. Like I would have soaked up everyone's pain around the people that I was with, and even randoms and clubs, and just, you know, different kind of energies, and then swirling around your system with alcohol. Like depending on what I drank, if I mixed drink, I sometimes would be, I mean, I know people have heard this if you follow me on Facebook, but I mean, like violently sick, like 20, 40 times in a row. I'm not exaggerating. There was one New Year that happened. I just kept throwing it, and there was nothing left in my stomach. Sorry, this is TMI, but it's true. And it's like, it kind of took things like that happening to me to be like, fuck this. And it's even like more recently, like, where was I? I don't know if it was maybe in one of these birthday. I think it was in one of the many free birthday lunches I've taken out for. And I was just sort of saying that to someone. I was like, do you know what? It's like, even when I've been in situations where I'm really tempted to drink, like when I was in London, not last year, but the year before, and it was like what was meant to be my cousin's wedding, but you know, she's still engaged because of the whole pandemic and all that, and just and then a baby popping up. Okay, listen, when you leave people with, you know, with too much time in their hands, that's what comes up. always meant to be though. But basically, yeah, that's what we were there for, you know, like all meeting up for what would have been the wedding, I think, at that point. Yeah. But anyway, long story short, like, so there's just a whole crowd of people, and like it was a really hot day, and, you know, and everyone was like just, it was just nice, you know, they were just drinking in the sun. And I was so tempted. And like, so I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I'm going to trust it. And I just happened to sit beside my auntie's sister, who, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think I'd ever met her before, but she doesn't drink. I don't think she's ever drank, actually. Like, it was something, she was really interested. She was telling me it was something about back in her day. You could have been, you know, you could get, because they're Irish. So it's like something about being an advocate for not drinking. Again, I don't know, I might get it wrong. People might know more about this, but it was quite interesting. But anyway, I just happened to sit beside somebody that was quite along the lines of that side of me, and was like, she didn't say don't do it, you'll regret it, but it was that kind of vibes, whatever she said, but without being pushy. And I was just like, it was exactly what I needed to hear, to be like, you're fucking right. But I didn't say you're fucking right. But I was more grateful. I was just like, you know what, thanks, because I was actually really tempted. So fucking hell, piecing that together. Change whatever needs to be changed for you. It's not about drink. It could be about anything. It could be about sex. It could be, I was talking about the birds and the bees as well. It's something like, you know, you're being tempted by something. I'm sure this is, see, I really would like to know the origin of that, but I'm sure this has got something to do with when I said about this is a time, and I don't know when that ends, by the way. I wonder, I would be surprised if that, whatever that time is, ends on the Scorpio full moon, but because that's sex too, and it's dark stuff, and it's secrets, and it's deception, but it's being tempted by the devil, is how I would put it. And if you think about when people do things like that, like cheating or being lured in or situations that you're like, fuck, what did I do? A lot of the time it does involve things like drink or drinking drugs or both or whatever. But it's something, it doesn't need to be that. It can be anything. It can be like when you get pulled into gambling or something because you're getting a high of it, or you get like chocolate, or I don't know. You pick your thing, but it's something about, well, there's always that thing about don't put yourself around temptations if you can't trust yourself. But oh God, I don't know. But for me to go into that, I can just tell there's something about this. It's like there's been a lot of stuff. So it's either like something's already happened, and it's more just, it's like omens for people, or it's reflecting on how you'd rather not be now, or it's yeah, like I say, it's always past, present, or it's a warning. But what I'm basically saying to you is, like, it's not like anything really fucking terrible would have happened to me if I'd caved and had a corona. But I'm really glad I didn't, because I was really proud of myself, because like it just doesn't do anything for me. Like, it's like I just feel really ill the next day, more ill than most people. But it's like at the same time, I'm just trying to remember when I have been guided to have like and I mean like a tiny, tiny drink. It's fine. It's the same thing. It wasn't, you know, there wasn't any point. So, right, whatever that means to you. Right. So, yeah, we'll burn some. Before I went out, I saw going to see, I could see a swarm of black insects outside the window. Oh, God, interesting. Got some smoky rose, clear quartz, and amethyst. Yeah. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? I'll pull you a card after I finish this if you would like one, Michelle. Right. So, whatever all that's got to do with someone, like I said, it does feel like it's Mercury retrograde shit. This is, I swear, this is what I'm going to pick up on for the next couple of weeks. It's like, I feel people are being tested not to repeat past things that didn't work out for you. Yeah, because that's what it is for me. If you think about it, like I said, it's not the end of the world if I decided to have a drink, but I'm glad that I sat beside the right person that told me exactly what I needed to hear to remind me who I really am. Oh, that's deep. Love it. Right, okay. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognise when being a part of rather than separate from is essential to your well-being. I actually pulled a card about spiritual communities before. I mean, I know that's what this is, but so welcome if you're new. But there's something about this. It's like somebody that's feeling on the outside of like your life, or because now I'm hearing that song, I think it's called Outside. That is called Outside. It's quite a dark song though, but catchy. I think he won The Voice or X Factor or something. I didn't watch that. I think I watched some of it. And I think I actually said to my friend he's going to win. And then, it was like I got distracted and didn't watch it. I think it's from a couple of, he's Scottish. I guess they might be Craig. Anyway, whatever. But that song is like that. It's like they're on the outside of something. Very fucking sad energy impact. Right, so, but yeah, I pulled that. So it's like somebody's wanting to feel, it's like somebody's wanting to come and be part of the family. Do you know what I mean? Like, come and be part of the soul family. Like, be a part of an empowering, uplifting, healing tribe. You know what I mean? Because wherever it is you're around or they're around is not like that. Like, you kind of got to walk on eggshells and watch your back and not kind of sure who you can trust. Right. The issue at hand is the need to fit, is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. Yes, this is like somebody before awakening and after awakening and being like, these people are not my people. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of the pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand. It's time to move on. Yeah, and again, this is what eclipse, eclipses things out your life. Eclipses, that's what it does. It's like endings and beginnings. So whether it be in romantic connections, whether it be in friendships, whether it be your work is not you anymore, any area, you know what I mean? Claire, everyone here, can I become soul family? Nathan, you were soul family the minute you started chat, even before you started chatting. Of course you're soul family. What are you talking about? Claire, I'm going to fucking help you with some of these comments on that session. You are soul family, whether you fucking like it or not, because you're one of the only people that talk. And yes, even the people that don't talk, or people that talk now and again, you're family too. We love you, the loving lurkers. Right, so as you ship, we even love the lurkers that aren't so loving, and particularly not very loving towards me. We love you too because you need it. Right. As you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, which is a different story. Many people will be like, I'm sending it back to you times 10. I don't like that. Okay. And it kind of hurts my heart because sometimes there's people I tune into and they say that and I just overlook it. It's, yeah, but that's not cool, guys. Don't do that. It's not nice. Like, I kind of think it's just, yeah, it's just not nice. It's not nice that they're sending you negative energy, but it's also not nice to send it back. Like, send them love because they need it. It's true. I know it can sound like send them love because they fucking need it. I mean, there is an element of that too. That's like my version of changing it a bit. You know what I mean? Hope, wish them the healing that they need, so that they're not in that energy. Anyway, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Again, it's whoever, if I'm talking to you right now, or let's face it, I'm talking to you or I'm talking to your twin. It's like, or if it's not you anymore, you've been here, but it's like the people around you, no matter how much you want to close your eyes to it and pretend like they don't get you. And they might be stonewalling you, or and stonewalling, is like if you're talking about something you're really interested in or you're really good at, or something that's going really well, and somebody just, I mean, we've all had it, somebody just fucking, it's like you never spoke, that kind of energy. It can be done in different ways, but you know what I mean. If you felt it, it's like, and you've got to balance these things out. Sometimes people's headspace can just be in a different place. They've got their own stuff going on and they weren't really tuned into what, I mean, I can think of that, like people that are busy with kids or whatever, and you end up saying something and they don't really take it on board, and have, be balance things out. But I mean, if it's a continuous sort of thing, it's subtle, but it happens. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. They keep making me say that a lot recently. I've said it for years, but it's true. Or you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. I said that in the last video. Perhaps you're drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs. So you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the right no, wait a minute. It doesn't say the right direction, but I keep saying the right direction. Steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. Yeah, don't change yourself so someone will love you, basically. Do you know what I mean? Love yourself as you are and see who shows up for you. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You're not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. If that ain't one of my messages to you guys, you know what I mean? It is. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself, unless you've had massive spiritual warfare put against you for stopping you doing your thing. You might have a bit of an uphill battle. So I've heard. But if you can laugh through it, it's all good too. You're winning. Laughter transmutes that kind of energy, which is why I'm always laughing whether my money's great or not so great. Do you know what I mean? You will attract abundance by being completely yourself eventually, is what I like to add. Again, it's just some people's paths are slightly different. I think it's more because actually I either saw a thumbnail like that today, a title, because yeah, I definitely haven't watched a video about that today, like I say, I might later, but it's not always the case you come in instant abundance from helping a lot of people, because as far as I'm fucking aware, I've been doing that a very long time, and it's not always the way. But I'll always still say stay humble, stay grateful, because it doesn't affect me as much as it would someone else. Obviously, it basically because I love what I do. But you see what I mean about that? That's where I'm always managing the balance of, right, okay, I love what I do, but I don't need to help everybody for free all the time and not get back. You know what I mean? But it's kind of it is balancing itself out here, that like I know as well that when I'm showing up here helping people out the goodness of my heart and healing people, and maybe people that genuinely have, like, because again, I don't want to fall into the fear energy, but there are a lot of people that are struggling financially big time right now, which is why I keep directing people to some of my lower price services, so that you just, you know, get some kind of help. You know, don't be like, oh, I've got no money so I can't get any help ever, because that's not the right way either. Or things like I say, pray for the money to do a session with me or whoever else, you know, whatever you need the money for, pray for that money for that bill. Look out for the opportunities, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like, this is where I'm good with my Mercury retrograde in Taurus. But I also believe in the long game too, you know what I mean? And just showing up. Like, I know that it's a no-brainer just by me showing up, helping people. It's showing people what I'm good at and how I can help you. And people, well, Nathan's already been going on about booking, do you know what I mean? So it's not in the, what I'm saying, it's not in the way that other people do it. Like, some people would be like, I need to have, like, I've said this before, but I remember some in the past being to me like, you know, how many bookings do you want a day? Do you know, like 8 bookings in a day? And I, 8 bookings in a day. And again, it was just somebody that didn't know how I worked. Like, that was actually about mediumship. And it's like, maybe there's some only mediums out there that have 8 people in a day. But even if I only did mediumship, which is a really important thing to only do mediumship, that would still be too much for me. Do you know what I mean? But because I'm a healer and I deal with the dark stuff, no fucking way. I'm always really transparent about, right now it tends to be one person in a day, or at a push, maybe 2. And typically I wouldn't even really have someone like, you know, the next, I need a, but yeah, do you know what I mean? And this is kind of how my works. Anyway, so whoever needed to hear all of that. So again, I suppose the thing is, not everybody's way is your way. So just listen to that. And it's not always as simple as, if you're following your calling, you're being yourself, the money is going to rain down on you like a rain, you know what I mean? It's not like it really, you know, so yeah, before you quit the day job, I suppose that's just a warning for people that, you know, again, like, that's common sense. I don't know who needs to hear that, but right. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. because again, prosperity isn't always money, is it? Because even when my money's not great, I'm still really happy. Like, I'm not happy about the money not being great, but do you know what I mean? It doesn't, it's wherever that card said, when you've got a strong internal state, your outside external circumstances, which believe me, can get really, really fucking dark for me. It doesn't affect me, you know what I mean? Because it's like I'm rock solid in the inner state. And that's what meditation and being peaceful is about, especially in these times. Like I prepared well for years for these times and to help other people that feel like that. And if it wasn't for me going through challenging times, whether it be with money or other areas of my life or confusion or betrayal, I know I say this all the time, but they're getting me to say it. I wouldn't be able to help people in the way that I do. So that's what I always remind myself about. And I'm just, when I can think of like anything that's happened to me that's been particularly confusing, or like I always get real interesting situations where it's like something's a fucking mystery. And it's like the kind of things that just do not happen to other people, but they happen to me. And I really do think it's got something to do with it. Again, I've got this ability to be able to like shapeshift in a good way. Do you mean like when I say like I can hide in a busy crowd if I want to, if I don't want to be seen? But it's like I think like sometimes that, and that's quite a Scorpio rising thing too. It's like when I said I have to talk about things I'm good at, or it's really better to show it, because Scorpio rising, it's not good at attracting attention for the things that you do. But because I'm going into astrology stuff here. If you want to hear more about, oh no, my makeup's under my again. If you want to hear more stuff like this that pertains to you, then I can tell you in a session. But it's like I know with my Leo placements, strong Leo placements, and my Leo midheaven, I come to life on here. So then it's wise for me to be seen. But again, it's only, I think what Nick said is really, it's only what you see on here is only a fraction of what happens in a personal session. That is part of the mystery of a high priestess, you know what I mean? Is you find out if you're guided to book. Right. So, look, let's read the protection message, because it's got something about the shadow side. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. Right, okay. So this really is divine masculine energy. It really reminds me of when I've channeled about the, your love language, where you can do that wee test that I can put it in the video if I remember after. Again, lots of you know that because you were guided to do it at the time or you'd done it before. But it's when you link it to, your love language and your attachment style. Like lots of twin flame divine masculines are, or divine feminines, again, because you mirror each other. So yeah, it's like basically what I'm trying to say is if you're not the attachment style that you recognise your twin is right now, you bet at one point would be my feeling on it, right? But when I'm saying generally, it's hard to, but yeah, that definitely would be the case. It'd just be that you've actually spent the time healing that. My shadow's very fucking feisty too, Neffy. Neffy, I've just given you a nickname, Neffy. That's hilarious. It would be hard not to be with a high degrees of an Aries and a Scorpio rising conjunct Pluto. Do you know what I'm saying? But Pluto conjunct the rising rather. Yeah, it's just that kind of feeling of like a runner. Like, did you do my card while I was off? Yeah, I did. It was about the subconscious. It was about messages and dreams. Yeah, there's something here that I'm feeling about. Give me it back. It's just this kind of feeling of like someone's what they really want not adding up with their actions, which is, again, it feels like I'm pointing out the obvious, and they're pulling me the word children again, which comes from our childhood stuff, which we've all got. It's fear of intimacy. It's like someone leaving you before you can leave them. And yes, I know you're probably all like, but I wasn't going to leave them. Yeah, it's not about you though. It's about how the person feels inside. So see, that was my sass, but it's true, isn't it? Sometimes you need to remind yourself that, you need to remind it. Yeah, people need reminders of that, basically. Intimacy is too threatening, because that's right, I always get the styles about, but that's what dismissive avoidant is about, or anxious avoidant, whichever. I always get mixed up, but it's like dismissive avoidant people they might really, really want it, like want that intimacy and want, all of that from you, but only kind of dip their toe in the water and kind of see you a little bit, or it could be more extreme and they just stay the fuck away from you after a period of time of being close. And again, it's not because they don't like you, it's actually because they're afraid of liking you too much. In fact, they already like you a lot, and then you're going to have the ability to break their heart if they go any clue. But again, you cannot live your life. I mean, lots of people do. Come on, if you're watching this channel, don't fucking keep doing that for the rest of your life, right? You've got the option between staying an orphan and running away from intimacy or soulmates. What one do you want? If you want to stay in the darkness and the South Node and Scorpio that, then I guess you're just going to watch in the sadness and watch from the sidelines and, you know, like be on the outside, someone's like, yeah, watching us all with our soulmates. Do you know what I mean? And fucking hell, I might be fucking doing both. Do you know what I mean? I might be fucking helping the twin flames from an orphan place through my Chiron placement, but we'll just fucking see. Well, time will tell, time will tell. But I'm still laughing is the point. Do you know what I'm saying? I get their humour with how I'm saying that. Right, so it also warns against creating inappropriate. Oh yeah, but the point is, right, sorry, to give the solution there, this is what I mean. It's if you're resonating with that style of attachment, you know, you don't have to stay that way forever. Like, again, things like therapy, I would say therapy is the thing that would help you. And it doesn't need to be for years either, but it's kind of, I've helped loads of people go from that to having a secure attachment. But it's right, this is a download I got in January, and I don't think I ended up sharing that video. And I listened to it more recently, and I was like, no, yeah, there was things that I didn't want to share, but yeah, the way in which getting around that would be you have to well, that sounds a bit dirty, but you have to. I'm trying to think of different wording. You have to. Yeah, I can't say anything. You have to edge in, like, you know, you have to kind of like. I'm trying to dip your toe in the water. That's the best way to put it. You know what I mean? If you're scared of intimacy, then just kind of build yourself up to that. But again, when I'm talking to twin flames here, it's like, if I'm talking about you and your twin flame, like your twin flame would understand that because you've got the same fears. And even if you've not got the exact same fear at the exact same time, they will have had it at some point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like if you are a twin flame that is really terrified of intimacy, the best thing to do would just be to bring the darkness to light, like to actually just say, like, look, I really want this, but I'm terrified. But again, that takes being vulnerable, and yeah, not everybody can do that. But that really is the long and short of it, is you have to get comfortable with at least trying. It's going at your own pace. It's things to do with, you know, learning your boundaries and your person's boundaries, and you can only learn that by fucking asking them what they're all right with, and asking yourself what you're at, like, you know, the pace of this all feels like Mercury retrograde stuff too, the pace of the relationship. So say somebody wants to go at the speed of lightning, but you just want to take it slow, you're going to need to communicate that, because otherwise you could just not talk about it, and yeah, something that could be great end up being terrible because you haven't spoken about it. Do you know what I mean? It'll be different for different people, but it's the answer would be, you know, don't just keep running because you're scared of something. Because, and this, I'm only speaking to people if you're a divine masculine energy listening to this and you know that that's you, because you do want it. That's the point. When you're a dismissive, it's like you do. Okay, these words always remind me of 50 Shades of Grey, but again, yeah, maybe they're showing me that for a reason too, you know, like I've only ever seen the first one. I don't even think I've fucking seen the other. I do want to see the other ones, but there is that kind of element of it, isn't it? Because they keep showing me clips of that like the other week there, and I just got enough of it from the clip that it's like, I think it was everyone telling the, you know, the Mrs. Jones character to get to fuck kind of thing, because basically he's been being manipulated by the older woman, you know, the mum's friend, isn't it? And it's kind of like, so he's been groomed basically from a child. So I mean, this is pretty dark if I'm digging into stuff here, but it's like the whole thing of when he meets, is it Anna? The whole thing of when he meets her is she's like, look, you know, I mean, she tried the kinky shit at the start, didn't she? Fucking hell, I hate watching the end of that film because it's like, right, this is a bit much, you know what I mean? I was into the romance and all the fucking Ellie Goulding songs, and then it's like it just ended. You're like, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? But anyway, the point is, I'm using a bit of humour, but you know, she goes along with it for Summit, and then when it gets, I mean, I'd imagine, I've not even seen the other films, but am I right? Is anyone else? I'd imagine it just keeps getting darker and darker, and she's like, right, whoa, hang on, Christian. Where the fuck's all this coming from? This is a bit much. And she helps him be not afraid of intimacy. Do you know what I mean? I've not even watched 50 Shades of Grey recently. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's going to be for someone. But do you mean I do get it, because it's cancer means about trauma, and that's basically what, that's a bit of an extreme example, but it's like people can act in very dismissive or cold ways, or however we want to name his way, because that's safer and that's what they're used to. So for others to come away from that kind of dark example, it would just be, it's safer for me to be in casual relationships, or even when I'm in a relationship, keep it at a surface kind of level, because then the person isn't able to hurt me. Therefore, if it's a twin flame connection, that's that's like a whole, I mean, if that person doesn't even want to get deeper with a soulmate, to confuse people, with a karmic soulmate or whatever, then the kind of depth and emotion that a twin flame will trigger in you it will make someone run initially until they're ready to do healing. Anyway, whatever. Right, okay, so perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds, again, like codependency. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. Wow, this is definitely what came up in other ones. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Feels important. Every time I read this card, it always feels really important for twin flames. Don't abandon yourself. Because again, that's really deep. But if you are the runner in the twin flame connection, that's really what it's all about. You are abandoning yourself when you run from your twin. So that's why if you're the one that someone is running from, it's not really about you, it's about them. They're not seeing their own light. Therefore, they're not seeing you the way that they crystal clearly, which is, again, one of the reasons why this is called this. I'll help you. Because again, I know there's lots of people that have just tuned into these videos over the years, and even from before I started kind of being as open about, the last sort of year and a half with my own journey, it's like, yeah, because my energy is here to transmute the confusion and all of that, you will have slowly, whether you realised it or not, started to realise who your real one was. Oh, it's just one of these annoying texts, that's fine. But again, I'll put that on silent. Maybe that's somebody having an epiphany, or it could be messages coming your way. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognise your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you, let it. Or your twin flame wants to love you, let it. And now that's a good intro into this card. But you see what I mean? That's why they got me to talk about love language and attachment styles, and there'll be other things, but these are the ones that make the most sense to me with my, being a counsellor and a therapist and a healer and everything. It just makes sense, like even if it's like human designer, look into all of it and see what resonates, but get to know yourself really well and what makes you tick, what turns you on, what pisses you off, all that kind of, know your own boundaries and your own values and your own morals, which not everyone does know that for themselves, and then get to know whoever it is you're getting to know, whether you're still in a karmic thing or it's your twin flame, and just don't think like you'll need to do it all in a day kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I would say to people that are terrified of intimacy, is take it slow. I don't know, it's just common sense. But again, it's easier to say if you're not as come to the edge. Yeah, come to the edge. Courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk. Right, and the fates as well. The fates is about fate, obviously. And these are fated and destined times in the eclipse. I get fucking bored of saying that eclipse season, but it's true. Fated and destined times. And for fate and destiny to take place, often other things need to end. 41. It's not always romantic stuff. It can just be, wherever there's something toxic in your life. Right, so before I read this, I'll catch up with comments. Is this one of these things where the makeup's wet all over my face? Yes, it is. Right. Right, Michelle, would you like a card actually before I read this one? 808, come on abundance. Oh, yes. Does he or she make you happy? If the answer is yes, try and keep that person. Yes. Exactly. Do you know, that's a simple bit of wisdom. But again, it's, I suppose, for somebody that's in that kind of energy, it's different. People have a different experience of that, isn't it? It's like somebody makes you so happy, but then if your mind works like that, you could be like, wait a minute, I'm so fucking happy. What if this person takes this away from me? Like, that'll crush me. And there's a lot of cards that say that to back that up. Do you know what I mean? I know you know that, but it's just, yeah, that's how we can try and understand it. I'm a physical touch kind of girl who loves expressing love by cooking for others. Yes. Physical touch is my first one too, but it was closely followed by quality time. It's funny because I wouldn't even be surprised if quality time kind of came up first, but it's physical touch, and but again, I don't just like anybody to cuddle me. Do you know what I mean? I certainly don't want anyone to just fucking touch me like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, certainly not with Saturn and Scorpio, very serious about, again, that's kind of all or nothing. It's like I either want the real deal with the one or nothing, basically. But and even when I've had my time of dabbling, shall we say, it was never me, you know. I just was like, I was just trying to fit. Oh, there you go, that fits in. I was just trying to fit in. And it just was never. I can even, like, honestly, like, this is going to make people laugh. I'm being too honest again, but it'll help with people that have fear of intimacy. Um, I remember being on a night out with my friend at the time, and she was one of these people that, yeah, it wasn't such a big deal to kiss someone in a club. Do you know what I mean? Although she was way more serious about when it came to sleep with someone. Again, and I've had folk like that probably is like, wouldn't they be serious about any of it? But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, but whatever it was, like, I think like maybe I was a wee bit more, and again, like, she was lovely, but it was just something like, something must have just clicked in me that night. And she was just kind of, come on, it's just a kiss, just snog him. And I did, like, I think I did just snog this guy, but I really didn't fancy this guy in the fucking slightest. I'm still, I was really horrified, but that's a bit, that's a bit shan on the gut. But basically, it's like, you know, I didn't really want to do it. Do you know what I mean? And I think I was just stuck in a situation where I just kept kissing this guy that I didn't fancy. And it's like things like that where you're like, no, no fucking doing that again, right? No fucking danger. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So like we've all been there. But again, I'm talking about kissing someone that, it can be deeper stuff than that, that you found yourself sleeping with somebody you didn't want to sleep with, you know what I mean? So it's, you know, take care of your mind, people. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's not like, it's not like she would have fucking came down like a ton of bricks if I didn't kiss it. I don't know what it was, but it must have been like a really, oh, because I wouldn't usually have acted like that. It's just, I don't know what the fuck was up with the skies that night, because it's funny, I'm being drawn to all the stars on that teacup. But what I'm basically saying is, that's not happened too many times in my life, but whenever it has, which is really only that, I can't even think of another time. No, actually, I can't think of another time. But it really hasn't happened. Yeah, because now I'm actually being shown another time. But again, that other time I'm thinking of, I really wasn't in a good place in my life at all. And I was very drunk. And I think my pal had hooked up with this guy, and then this other guy just was really funny, and he just kept me laughing. He probably just gave me too many drinks. Again, look at this. I mean, I shouldn't really be channeling this stuff in public. Who gives a fuck, right? This stuff was ages ago. It's kind of like, generally speaking, like I'm saying, I'm like really strict about stuff like that, which again is why I get why they're getting me to say that. I can even see from a caring about loving myself perspective that what I had with my Twinflame was really unhealthy. To be honest, it was fun in the sense of, and it made me happy. Like, my eyes just watered up when I said that. Nathan, that's your fucking fault. You're fucking kind of, but it's Yeah, but like, so there was what I just said is true, but it's like it was unhealthy from the perspective of, to me, that felt safe because I knew him, or again, I only knew what he wanted me to know of him, to be honest. But you know what I mean? We knew each other in that way, and it's better than just sort of hooked up with some random. But I don't like to sort of give that out to people as advice, because I can think of weird folk have done stuff like that, and you keep taking somebody back again and again. Because it's but again, that wasn't that situation because he wasn't my boyfriend, right? But what I'm saying is that's not healthy, really. But it was just the way, that's just the way my soul wanted to do things. Um, but yeah, I always strip it back down. It's kind of like, really, when I was doing that with him, it was really the best bits of when I spent time with him. I didn't know he was my twin flame. Do you know what I mean? I suppose actually that's the point. Yeah, that's definitely the point. Because the point where it was like I realised what it was when it went weird, which makes sense. Yes. Right. That's actually what I do too, actually. Expressing love by cooking. Yeah, me too. Because I've got Mercury in Taurus, so to sign off. Right. Good night. Look after yourself, drink lots of water and get some rest. Um, right. Michelle's card. And I'm gonna read the soulmates, and I'm getting off because I'm getting to my feels. Right. What else do you want to say about that? I suppose there's something in it about you are who you are, because like sometimes it's like my logical mind wants to be like, I should have lived a little, like I should have maybe given like some guys more of a chance and all that kind of stuff. But again, it's like I've been given such a strong energy. I don't really know how to put it in words, but a strong soul's journey on this twin flame journey that when I put myself back, that's why I don't really like doing it. When I put myself back into remember this Cancer moon is trauma. When I put myself back into how I felt when I was first activated on this journey, like as in activated with the deep feelings and the like, I think this guy that I've been sleeping with casually is my soulmate, kind of. Before before I knew what a twin flame was, it was all quite intentionally, and that just it just never left me like that, knowing, and I can't shut things off like other people can do. And again, it's like I don't know whether it's a bit of a skill or whether that's trauma that you've got if you do that you can put someone out your mind that much. But whatever it is, I just could never do that. Um, and like I say, whenever I attempted to do that, which would only ever just be fleeting, it never worked. And I've told that story as well, but I always laugh. I was thinking about the other day. I always laugh about that time I did hook up with somebody, and he thought I had a boyfriend because he could actually feel. So you could just feel this energy. So there you go. Your twin flame cock blocks you in the energetic realms. You know what I mean? Hilarious. Absolutely. Right. Okay. So right. Michelle, give us a card and I need to get off here. Support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So, Michelle, I feel this is about your deep understanding of why karmic people are in your life. And again, I know lots of other you, but I do always notice that you really do get that, Michelle, that it's like not only are the karmic people in your life to teach you lessons, that like we've identified before, we can be the karmic people. And so we're the karmic in somebody's story. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're the bad guy in somebody's story. Sometimes they've got it right, sometimes they've got it wrong. Do you know what I mean? And twin flames, people have definitely got it wrong at some point. But it's kind of like with this, I feel this really is about you getting the support, going where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. So where it's like kind of feels like balancing and diffusing the energy of the karmic people that are around you right now, like the karmic family. Yeah, so hopefully that made sense to you. Right, let's read soulmates, and I think I'll pull one from the unshakable inner peace, because that's kind of where I feel right now. And then I'll get going. Right. Yeah, we'll read the soulmates one. Right, so harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You're meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter your, oh, wait a minute, this is saying exactly like what your card just said. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. And again, that can even be karmic connection. So that really, this is exactly what I've said in one of the recorded videos today, or it was the one from yesterday. I can't remember, but it's true. Like, we can never hear that too much. All the karmic people in your life are preparing you for what comes next. So it's like if you're a twin flame in a karmic relationship that you've not broke up. I keep going to say broke off, and I keep saying broke up. break up. Yeah, so there's something in that, but it's like, I always say no regrets, like even if people hurt you, like again, I've not got loads of stories about, boyfriends that have broke my heart, but again, it's probably because of, the big time I did allow that to happen, is that there's enough that I can dissect from it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what my soul wanted to do, was have a really rough, toxic, karmic relationship, just the once, and be like, oh no, you're all right, I'm not wanting a fucking boyfriend. Just send that other felly back when he's ready, when he's done the healing. Quite literally. Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, and that's just the uniqueness of my journey. But it's that's hilarious, but it's quite true. Right, I totally get it. Yes, thank you. I love and so appreciate. I love you too. And by the way, I don't know if you'd emailed me back yet, but I haven't checked my emails since, so I'll check my emails after. You're meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results of each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull to drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Again, that's very twin flamey. Broke up, broke down, broke sideways. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up, Michelle, in the recorded videos in the night. It's like, fuck me, it's all kicking off for eclipse season, it usually does. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. Friends are, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Okay, that's fine. I was just checking. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. What I will say, though, Michelle, is, what day is today? Wednesday's tomorrow. Yeah. Get back to me as soon as you can. Yeah. Please, if you can. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. And again, this, I mean, if you listen to Masters enough, that could even be people you haven't even had a relationship with. Consider, but you've had something with them. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open, so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who has been rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, again, or a twin flame, come to guide you home to the real you. We'll email you chip chop. Yeah, it's not like, it's not a massive rush, but I'm just thinking, if tomorrow's Wes, yeah, I'm not going to be, yeah, anyway, just whatever. Strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others. Mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you. Oh, portal. Whenever it mentions the word portal, first of all, I usually take the piss because people make a big drama about portals, and me included sometimes. Sometimes if I'm in that energy, I'll be like, it's the portal. And other times I'm like, fucking hell, another portal. But an eclipse is a portal of sorts. It is. It is like a doorway to another life. Do you know what I mean? To join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. An important, and this is the protection message, but I'll just read it in case it applies. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the keep it clean. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve you well, your well-being, enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. Again, you see, it depends which way you look at it. A karmic partner is going to bring up all your crap in a toxic way. So you recognize, fuck, I don't want this anymore. It's really toxic and painful. But a twin flame's also going to do that as well, because a twin flame could trigger memories of, oh shit, that's what I channeled in the recorded one today. Like a twin flame could, at certain points in distorted energy, like even remind you of things that have happened in your past. But that's when again you've got to keep everyone's got to keep doing the healing, because yeah, they're not the same people. Do you know what I mean? This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me? But rather, what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. Wow, I'm glad I read that, because that's the protection message. There's a definite theme today of like seeing the healing within the triggering. Of anyone. Right. Let's read one of these now and I'll go. So what have been about 90 minutes or something. So if anybody wants a card that hasn't said yet, speak now. Or hold your peace until next Tuesday. Unless you're new. If anybody comes on new and they speak, they can get, well, unless I really couldn't be arsed doing personals, but that's how we're going to roll. Right. What is it? What do we need to know for the collective of the divine feminines? And then I'll do the divine masculines. So, like I say, it might not be you today, but we'll just see who it is. My hair does look very long there. Divine feminine collective. 33, Jesus. Forgiveness. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventurer. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? Oh my God. Love it. Love all the wording. Where have I put the book? Here it is. Shadow work is crucial at this time. I've channeled so much for our session, Claire. It will be a wonderful hour of chit chat. Yes, I might go over an hour, Nathan. I'm not going to lie, but just keep that our little secret. Just don't have too much after it, is what I would say. Yes, shadow work is crucial all the time. Very free. Worth waiting 2 days for. Oh, thank you. Yes. Right. So, so guys, actually, that's a good point. I will be, when I come on for therapy Thursday, I might only be out. Wait a minute. If I was going to come on, I think I'll be free from about 6:30. So I'll be on, I think I'll be on 6:30 till 7-ish, being realistic. But but it's not going to be a really long one on Thursday. So, and then I'm not on the Friday, as I said, because I'm going to have Fridays to myself, and I've got a lot of big stuff this week. So great, as I open the book at Great Awakening, walk in your truth, stand firm in your light. Right, 33, right. Yeah, so that's a good. I'm not actually, you will be God-smacked, Nathan. I'm not actually just saying this, like I mean it, that if you were thinking about having a session anytime soon, what I'm basically saying is I would get in touch like now or tomorrow, because I can do sessions Wednesday, and like I said, I've got Nathan on Thursday, and I could, no, I don't even think I would be able to fit anyone else on Thursday. But yeah, so basically, if you wanted a session tomorrow, well, let me know tonight, or unless it was it, and I can't do Friday. And then, I mean, it's not the end of the world, because I'm not sure about next week. Typically, I would be back doing sessions on the Tuesday, but I just feel I might not be. And that goes for the live streams too. So I'm just, we go day by day. So we shall just see. We shall just see. So yeah, if you were, feeling like you needed, because again, it's like what I've been saying to people is that when is it? The full moon in Scorpio is the 5th. And although that would be a great time for me to help people with shadow work and the deep dark stuff and that, with me having very strong Pluto Scorpio energy in my own chart, I could more than likely be going through a lot of my own stuff. So I'm just, again, I'm forever fucking doing shadow work, but I'm just being prepared for that. So basically that's what I'm saying. So yeah. Right, okay, let's read this. So there's your wee warning that if you're wanting some help from me personally quite soon, I would get it now because I don't know that I'll be around next week. But equally, it just really depends. I might be. Right. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. You don't have to live epically and tackle everything on your bucket list to create a meaningful life. I feel like the things I've channeled tonight are kind of saying that though. Like by me saying like no matter what is the things that shake people's foundations, like money and all of that, that bother other people and take away their happiness, that it doesn't take away my happiness. Yeah, it doesn't feel great, but it doesn't affect me in the way that it does in general, That's the only way I can say it. A good life is one that's aligned with your values and integrity. What do you stand for? What matters most to you? When do you feel the most alive and enjoy? This is your invitation to actively participate in creation of your beautiful, bold life. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. For through your choices and perceptions, you create your reality. The decisions you make, the choices you align with, create your life. The question becomes, what kind of life do you really want to live? You've drawn this card because there may be an imbalance in your thoughts. You may feel like a victim to the harassments of life, and this is a reminder that you are in control of your own reactions to all situations. That is like what I just said. It is like I have to remind myself sometimes of that. It's like if you're being backed up in a corner by life about anything, it's trying to teach you something. So if you slow down and listen, you'll get the answer. It'll come through someone else, or some kind of synchronicity, or sometimes you're led to a healer to be able to mirror it back to you. You're being called to see where you are still harboring negative, harmful emotions towards yourself or others and release them with love. Be a victim in life, someone who feels like it is happening to them, is a choice. And when you believe you have been wronged, you have no personal power. You're giving away your own control to outside forces. When you're a victim mentality, you're blame, shame, and guilt others or yourself. As Paul Selig says, you can't be a victim and a master at the same time. Yeah, which is why I was going about that blame and shame and guilt and all that really don't serve you very well. We've all been in it at some point, but it doesn't, you get to that point where this doesn't help. Yeah. Step into creator consciousness energy rather than victim focus. The creator in you knows your infinite power and trusts the greater intelligence of life. Everything you experience, pleasant or not, is a part of your conscious creation because you participate in it, either resisting, accepting, or allowing it. Take full responsibility for your life. I'm always saying that. As a beautiful, bold adventure, and dive into your journey by activating your authentic power. How can I live a more meaningful, with more meaning, integrity, and truth? What thoughts are imbalanced and holding me back? Right, okay, that's divine feminine, but that's divine masculine's feelings as well. And if it's not you, don't be triggered if you're not in that place. It just wasn't for you. See what I've done there? I'll listen. I have no choice if I want to grow. Very wise, Nathan. The thing is, I like to fit. I mean, Michelle, you could back me up there. So could lots of other people if they fucking spoke on here, but you're here. I like to fit, it's like somebody once put in a review, Claire delivers the truth. And so I can't, oh fuck, now I can't remember. But it was something like Claire delivers the truth in such a something way that even hearing the dark parts from her feel comforting. I don't know. It was something like that. And I liked what she wrote. I'll try and find it. It was after a workshop that we done. And yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is when I'm really helping people with their shadow coming up, or trying to hide, whatever, all the things that your shadow does, yeah, that's what I'm an expert at, you know what I mean? Because again, it's like I could do that too in those situations. So it's like people can't really, that's why again I do terrifying people, because it's like, yeah, that's why I always say that. I'm really not lying. I'm telling the God's honest truth. It is annoying for business. Not everyone can handle my energy. They can't handle a session with me. I'm not reverse psychology you. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm being too honest, but it's true. Which is why I have a lot of empathy for my own twin flame. Because, yeah, you know what I mean? If nobody else can feel me, like, he's not going to be able to feel me at all, is he? So, yeah. But like I always say, he terrifies me, so it's all good. It's all fine. If something makes me feel vulnerable, there's something, it's either something bad or something good, and I feel that's something good. Right. So, talking of divine masculine energy, what's going on with them? Oh, they're doing nothing. Oh, that's so funny, because that is the vibe that I have picked up on. Soul alignment, it's time for a radical change. How can you show up for yourself in ways that you never have before? Oh, divine masculine, regardless of gender. But this one says, there is strength in doing nothing. Wait, how have you been forcing, and how can you let go of the outcome? And you see, that's the divine, oh, that's so cool, because the divine feminine's card was 33, which 33 is a divine masculine number for me. So it's like, yeah, divine masculine's, divine feminine energy kind of sorting out, I don't know, just taking action wherever you need to, and just sorting out your own shit. And it's like divine masculine's balancing out their feminine energy, is what it feels like right now. I mean, this dude's meditating, and it is a masculine on the card at a full moon. And also the 6th of May is the full moon in Scorpio. And I just said all of that. So again, although, wait a minute, when I'm saying that about next week, yeah, you see, it is for a reason. So it's like, coming up over the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, it's like Leo moon, right? That's my favorite. But then when it goes into next week, like Monday's the 1st, and then Tuesday's the 2nd, and then wait a minute, I just want to check when the moon actually does go into. Right, so the moon moves into Scorpio on the Thursday, and the full moon is the Friday. Oh, so that's fucking brilliant, actually. I wouldn't be doing the live stream. see, that's worked out well for my plan so far, because 6:30 is all right. Again, I'm not always going to be this long, but the nights I think the Tuesday I will be the long, and then the other ones I'll keep shorter, but I don't know. But yeah, so depending on how the rest of my week goes, I might do sessions on that Tuesday and Wednesday, and maybe even the Thursday. But again, it's really going to depend. Oh, wow. And then the new moon in Gemini is the 19th. Yeah, this is just powerful times for that eclipse. It's just, right, okay. So thank you for sending the email. Right. Okay, so 6. So yeah, there's something about the 6th of May that's going to be significant there. You can radically change your results by shifting your beliefs. Is that the card I just read? I just got led to it in the book. Right, I'm definitely going to go after this because I'm a bit sleepy. There is strength in doing nothing. Wait, just like nature has its seasons, we have seasons of our soul. There's a time for planting seeds, harvest, growth, and for celebration and rest and renewal. Understanding the seasons of your soul's growth will help you navigate life with more grace and ease. Often we feel stuck when really we're initiating to new levels of consciousness, and with this comes inner reflection. And again, I keep pulling the Four of Swords. I keep pulling cards about sadness or heartbreak, and that's all because I'd done the shorts right before this. There was a lot of cards that had the Four of Swords or the variations of that. So, it's a lot of divine masculine energies are your healing from the past, basically. Or even if things you haven't broken away from past things recently, like there's trauma coming up from past situations, there's just a lot of deep healing. Basically, a lot of the guys out there and divine masculine women, your heart has been broken open and it's painful. So we're sending you love. You've drawn this card because you're in a phase of realignment. Perhaps you've been pushing and working hard with a few tangible results. And again, I kind of feel pushing and working hard too. I feel I was getting a download before I came on here as well about, like, there's a card in this deck, it might still be sitting here, that says honestly assess your reasons for being so busy. Like, I can't remember. And then that just said feel your feelings. Oh, look. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. And this is like what I just channeled. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. Again, it's balancing that inner energy. But something I picked up said feel your own feelings. Oh, and then look, let yourself sparkle and shine. You're guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. Yeah, okay. I mean, anyway, it was something about honestly assess your reasons for being so busy. Perhaps, yeah, when this happens, it is human nature to push harder, but your true self has an easier plan. Relax, release, and surrender. Again, that is not natural for divine masculine energy because you do want to push, keep going, making the money, taking the action, go, 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 keeping yourself busy so you don't have to pay attention to your real deeper feelings, suppressing all this kind of stuff. And again, there's a time when you do have to keep going and you have to push and all that, but there's also a time to be still and to trust and to just not know the answers. And that's falling into your feelings and your divine feminine energy. I keep doing really big sighs as well, don't I? There's something in that. And I feel it's like, again, it's like what I channeled last night about that particular, the wave of masculine energies, I'm going to say, because it doesn't, any gender. It was all about, there were so many cards about patience that came up. So it's like, if that is you, it's like you've had to be so patient with yourself on your personal healing journey and really frustrated with yourself about how long it's taken for you to heal and whatever is delays are being caused, because there will be loads of delays on a Mercury retrograde as well. Yeah, there's something about that. Stop pushing so hard and wait it out. We've been conditioned to believe that if we push harder, we will achieve more and be successful. But there's power in the pause. Instead of using force to push ahead, let yourself be. This is not about surrendering your desires and dreams, but relaxing in the flow of life and seeing that doing nothing is necessary for alignment and progress forward. Right, let me see what people are saying and I'll read this and then I think it's time to go because my contacts feel like cloudy. I'm currently trying to get employment through this paid work course, and for days the person helping me, but now she's up me arse. And that's a great thing, and it's because of the twin flame. Oh, interesting. Again, sometimes when I read things out, it's like, tell me that in person, because yeah. What do you mean? Oh, like you're attracting her in because of the oh, interesting. Well, that does sound good. Thank you, Claire, for your part in that. You're very welcome, Nathan. You were led here for a reason. And like you say, whenever people comment on the stuff that's helping them by being here, either on their lives or by watching the videos, like, that is what I'm saying. Like, even the people that don't talk, you're a part of the soul family and the community, but you really are a part of the community because you're talking and you're contributing, and that's basically, by the way, shamans are all about community, right? But I always think I'm a bit of a funny shaman in that way because I bring people together, but I bring people together on here. And actually, though, my past self, I was always, people did always comment whenever I did choose to have a birthday night out. It was always, like, people always just, if they hadn't met my other friends, they're just like, oh, she's amazing. Like, I do have a knack for bringing people together. Do you know what I mean? but yeah, it's about community, and it's like, it's whatever I wrote earlier about, whenever you contribute, like it's like it's contributing to everyone, because when people say things in the chat and then I respond, it'll help you. I really do know that will help a lot of people that are watching. Just to know that we're, that if definitely the people that are waking up and they think they might be a bit crazy, it's like, because I said this right at the start when I started doing it this way, like, kind of a year and a half, it's pretty much a year and a half ago now, that I just know from doing personal sessions, and that the things that people are saying in public vulnerably that I'm reading out, or that other people can read themselves if they're lurking on the chat, like, it is literally how some of the folk feel out there that don't talk. And it just kind of, yeah, like you said, it just makes people feel less alone in this very strange, weird experience. I mean, so thank you. That was a big weight, but thank you all, everyone that does that. And for the future people that will have the courage to talk. Oh yeah, oh my God, I love when you say that it's the 444 your time. Love it, my favourite. No matter what the content, it is always healing here. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, that is always my aim. And like I say, I feel it's even healing when I'm in a bad mood. Because there's always learning, do you know what I mean? It's yeah, because I'm honest about it. When I like today, I just feel very peaceful. Right, so now is not the time to rush ahead, for things are happening behind the scenes and aligning for you. Trust the process and allow yourself to relax and do less. Practice being patient by slowing down. Now is a good time to rest. Take sea salt baths, which I would always recommend. Journal, meditate, and connect with your spirit guides. There's a great power in pausing and showing the universe you trust it by releasing your need to know or control the outcome. Everything will make sense soon, but your higher self is urging you to take this time to regroup, reevaluate, and rest. For you will need the energy for your next phase. Oh my God, and that's on page 33. Well, that's kind of weird. The Divine Feminine's card was 33, and the page of the Divine Masculine's card is 33. So there's a lot here about forgiveness and anything you associate with Jesus. With Jesus, I can't speak with Jesus, like unconditional love, forgiveness, betrayal. See, it's coming off again. What have I been forcing, and how can I let go of the outcome? Non-talkers are as important as those who don't shut up. Me. Yes. But don't say it like that. I talk about myself like that sometimes too, but it's we never want you to shut up. Keep on talking. Because that is the thing that, again, a lot of the people that will really connect with the things that I share, yeah, you probably has been told to shut up at some point. Don't shut up. Keep talking. Keep talking. Claire, can you do me a small favour? That very much depends on what the small favour is, Nathan. Permission to say what the favour is, and then I'll decide. Thank you for even asking though. Do you know what I mean? That's a good example of what I say all the time, right? You've asked something, right? And then you give the person an opportunity to say no or yes. That's very good boundaries. Been seeing free. Interesting. Free typically is ascended masters, but it can be whatever it wants to be for you. I could shout all of a sudden, guys. But again, like I said, I'm surprised I wasn't more tired and more not up for this, because I usually feel like that in a Cancer moon. But again, I'm not going to speak too soon. I might be feeling like that tomorrow. Wasn't the time I came in my onesie away? I think it was. I think Wednesday. Don't know. We'll see. Take it day by day. Oh, I'm shuffling these again. Oh, Charlotte, I'm just leaving. How are you doing? Charlotte, would you like a card before I go? Oh, well, I'm going to pull myself a card. What's I need to know right now? Okay. Your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point, whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there's always hope. I'm just laughing because I love the word hope. Okay. Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved and all that you are and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and be proud. Well, thank you, love London Spirit. I am very proud of myself and the way that I've been handling things. Right, okay. Oh, God. Right, Charlotte, would you like a card? I'm going to assume yes, but I'm going to, and I'm going to wait, and I won't look at it if you say no, but there's your card. Leopard onesie Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, Michelle. You might be onto something there. I could do one of two things. I could wear it tonight. But I think I actually might go a walk tomorrow because I didn't today. I was going to say I could wear it tonight and then I could actually just do an earlier live in my jammies before I get dressed. Or I could put it on earlier. I could put it on before I come on here tomorrow. I might do that and wear it to my bed, yeah. Because I don't always wear that to my bed because it's fucking boiling when it's starting to get hot, but it's cold here this week. That's the plan. Or I'll be dressed. Like I was going to say like a normal person, but that is my normal. I'm in jammies more than I'm in clothes. Jammies are amazing. That's a Cancer Moon thing. Comfort. Charlotte, damn it, do you want to see this card? Do you want to see the card? I want to see the card. I'll wait till you want to see it. Oh, very Scorpio kind of card as we approach the Scorpio full moon. Well, approach, it's not that far away. I can't say, are my eyes like deceiving me, or have I oh fuck, she has said yes. Oh shit, this is why. Sorry, Charlotte. Sorry. I could see that you said it. I know. Charlotte's probably like, what the fuck? I see that. My eyes. So see, I knew there was a message in that. That just happened literally because somebody tuning into this, your eyes are deceiving you because Charlotte has said yes, and I literally was not. Did you see when I said that? Like, see, when I've been on here for quite a while, like it is because I'm in such a trance. Like sometimes I literally don't see some of these comments, and it's Mercury retrograde, yeah. But I've got Mercury retrograde, so that usually doesn't. But it was like I could feel that you'd said yes, but I couldn't see it. So again, that is a message for someone. Oh, wait a minute, that is a message for someone. Wait a minute, before I do your card, I feel like I need to shut. It's like what I was channeling on the recorded ones today and what I was doing at the start of this live stream. Somebody, you can feel that they feel a certain way, but you're not seeing them say it to you, and you're definitely not seeing it in their actions. Oh my God, because of fear, right? Again, so I don't know who resonates with that, but that is definitely fight, flight, or freeze, excessive worrying, stalling, running. This is the runner. Avoiding sleepless nights, thinking the worst case scenarios. Yeah, so somebody is not. Yeah, and the way I'm working that out is because like I could feel that you'd said something, but I couldn't see it. Oh, so I know what they're trying to say. So something like that, you know what I mean? That it's like you. So it's basically like you're not. Oh, it's that fucking like that song. Basically, someone's lying to you about how they feel. So it's obviously for someone that you're in a situation where they would be able to lie to you. Would that not even be like with you, Nathan? If you cornered your twin, it feels like, but it'll be for some folk. Ghosting, yeah, running. Again, look, the word running twice. Running from myself no more. I'm ready to face it all. There you go. Somebody's ready to face it all. Running, avoiding, feeling overwhelmed, difficult emotions, bottling up, feeling silent treatment. Okay, so I don't know who interrupted that, but it was needed. But again, see their innocence because you can trust them. They mean well. They're just inexperienced, pure intentions, childlike, naive, heart is in the right place, and they're pure. Again, it's like someone's running from a place of their childhood wounds. Right, okay. Oh, Claire, watching your videos and such feels like meditation. It's such pure-ish. Thank you. Thank you. I do not pay Nathan to say these comments. I promise, I swear, across my heart, hope to die. Right? He just says them. He just says them out of his pure heart. But yes, thank you. And the thing is, though, for people, oh, there's a little flying, that can sometimes be dark energy. It's because, well, first of all, I am a meditation teacher too, but it's not one of the labels I choose to adopt. But it's, sorry, wee fly. I think I just, oh no, I think the fly bits to me. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. The Reiki master of me didn't mean to do that. We'll just pretend it was one of the dark energies. But yeah, it is. It's like, you know, it's meant to put people in a relaxed state. So, but again, that's why I always say to people, don't drive. It's been a busy couple of days, but I'm feeling positive, choosing my next steps and trusting my gut. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Charlotte. Right. So here's your card. Cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. But it feels like it's tying up with what you said. You know what I mean? Tying up loose ends, doing eclipse stuff. Love it. Right, and we'll just do a couple for anyone watching, and I'll end up. I'm going to do 2 random ones, and then I'm going to go someone else out there. To study and support. Oh, the same card as Michelle. So spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. Quite simply, I feel that one of you out there watching it, that you're going through a huge spiritual awakening. All the blue butterflies is like transformation. That's actually got blue butterflies on the back too. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some of you learn from and then they move on, while others return, often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. Again, yeah, it is like, I feel that somebody going through, both those people have got their eyes closed. So again, it doesn't matter what gender you are, but it's like, and she's got angel wings too, but it's like taking a lot of time to heal and go inwards and stillness and, you know, receiving downloads, activations, you know, just, I feel that's like a divine masculine energy, like researching about twin flames and all that as well, is what I'm getting from that. Because again, I think we might, I don't know, it'll be interesting if that starts happening. But I feel like we might start attracting people that are a bit lost. Do you know what I mean? Quite soon. And I've just randomly found themselves on this stream. It makes sense, because if I'm showing up more and I just can feel it, like, so. Right. And someone else out there. Oh, it's the same fucking card. They're like, I just fucking told you. It's all of them. It's all of the runners. Yeah, look, same card. Listen, and that's what I said. Right, okay, I'm going now. I'll listen to what they're saying to me to get off. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. And I've also said that tonight. Someone's actions are not in alignment with how they truly feel. And you don't, although again, yes, it can seem like I make assumptions that I'm not making, I'm tuning in to different people's situations, and I don't know who the fuck this is half the time. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, sometimes I will have a feeling on who's going to resonate with what when it's clients and such, but it's about either you or the person that just needs somebody to listen to you or hold space, as I like to say. And, you know, they don't need you to come up with some kind of clever answer for their problem. They just need you to listen. But there's just something around not thinking you know it all about why somebody acts a certain way. Just compassion. There's something about compassion here. Do you know what's kind of reminding me of it? It's like when I was channeling last week about that girl that said to me that lied about, you know, damaging the side of the thing. It doesn't need to make sense, you know, it comes from a wounded place when people hide and mask their feelings. And the same people can come out of that when they're ready. Study, yeah. And again, that just to see that that's what many folk are doing right now. It's part of your awakening. So trust. Yeah. So whatever one you're on, whatever one you're in, trust. Well, although you can always think that is a divine masculine because it's like a guy with a compass on his chest. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, like choosing a karmic person, karmic family, karmic job, things that basically have run their course. But you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Twinflame magical life, Twinflame magical job, magical life in general. I do shuffle. Thank you. Yes, having to cleanse some beliefs I've got stuck in. I'm remembering will step into my potential. Yeah, emoji hands to that. Fuck it, let's go. Not will, I am stepping into. Love it, love it. You resonate, Claire. Damn it, you just resonate. Right, I'll end it on that. I'm glad I resonate. That again, that's because you're my peeps. Do you know what I mean? You're picking up what I'm putting down. Not everybody does, but you guys are obviously meant to come and hear it, and we're attracting others that are meant to hear it too. And fuck, I look really tired, so I'm going to get off here now. I do actually miss. See, now I'm looking at my hair, it does look really fucking long. I want my wee short bob back. It's like when I've got straight hair, I want the short bob back, the long bob. But when I've got curly hair, I want it to be this length to curl it properly. The dilemmas we have. I mean, but I am grateful because I do love hair. Right, okay, anyway, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Sleep peacefully whenever your bedtime comes. And yeah, well, I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah, I think it will be the 6:30. The 6:30 seems to be working right now. Okay, when I'm going to change the time of that, you'll know because I'll let you know in the community bit. Thank you very much. You sleep well as well. And yeah, I'll get back to you in the emails, Nathan. And what the fuck? I need to find an easier way of finding the Zoom. Minimize. Yes, love to you too, Charlotte. Where? Oh, now, oh, there it is. Right, it's here. Right. Bye. Oh, God.